Janet King from the International Dermal Institute, and what I'm going to show you here today is the right way to pop a pimple. Now, we would never normally advise you to do this because you don't want to cause scarring on your skin. And if you're bringing blood to the surface of the skin, there's a much, much higher risk of scarring. But we know you do it anyway. So we're going to show you, as professionals, how to go ahead and do that in the easiest, cleanest, most hygienic and safest way. So let's get started and take a look at this pimple on the skin. First of all, what I'm going to do is gently clean over this actual breakout here on the forehead. You don't want to do this on skin that is dirty or has makeup on it. You really have to do this on clean skin. So I'm just using an antibacterial cleanser right now. It actually helps to kill bacteria, helps to reduce the inflammation. You could cleanse your entire face if you're at home, or just the actual spot area. But like I said, what you don't want to do is do this on skin that hasn't been cleaned first. So you've got to remove that surface dirt and oil and debris, sweat and makeup. So by gently cleansing over the area, I'm prepping the skin before I go in and extract that pimple. The next thing I'm going to do is just gently exfoliate over my pimple so I'm able to loosen up any dead skin cells and actually help to prepare that pimple before we go in and extract it. By exfoliating first, and with this I'm using chemical exfoliants, there's salicylic acid on here, but by doing that first I'm actually helping to prep the skin, and it's going to help that pimple to come out more easily. Now, you should not really remove or squeeze a pimple that's inflamed like this, but we know that we can't resist and we all want to go in and actually get rid of it. So there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. The right way to do it is to cover your fingertips with little mitts if you possibly can. These are just like little finger mitts, because what you don't want to do is dig your nails into the area. There's lots of bacteria beneath your nail. So we need to make sure that's not coming in contact with the skin. Now I'm creating little finger mitts with tissue or Kleenex over my index fingers. And that's protecting my fingers and protecting the skin really thoroughly. Now, if you're able to steam your skin at home, that's also a great advantage. So what I'm going to do now is come over the area and actually stretch the skin. Look at that, the pimple popped straight away from the fact that I'd already done that exfoliation. So there was very little that I needed to do to actually help the contents of that pimple to expel itself. I'm now just wiping onto that tissue area. I don't want to spread that around the skin, so I'm going to take another tissue and wrap that around my finger. And you can see the contents of that, which is basically dead cells and sebum and white blood cells, which we know as pus, that expelled very, very easily onto the skin. I'm wiping away, and now what we need to do is to wipe with an antiseptic skin purifying wipe to remove any bacteria that might be on the surface. Taking that wipe, again covering my finger and putting all of those soothing ingredients and antiseptic ingredients over that actual pimple. You could use a mask at this stage and use an antibacterial type of mask on the pimple, or a clay-based mask to help to soak up any excess oil and bacteria. But what we're going to do is a little pimple treatment by using a benzoyl peroxide-based product. And this is really like a pimple zapping solution. And by pouring those ingredients onto this little cotton bud, I'm able to deliver exactly onto that pimple. This type of solution has benzoyl peroxide, which is a common pimple solution, and what it does is it carries oxygen into that pimple, into the follicle, to kill that bacteria and stop that pimple from developing any further. You don't want to ever apply this over the whole area. You only ever need to apply it directly to the pimple. So that's what we've done. So by tomorrow morning, that pimple will be gone. So So we've successfully popped a pimple without causing too much damage to the skin, without causing any redness. We've created a very hygienic environment, and we've soothed and treated that pimple after we've actually popped it. So you can happily go ahead now and pop your own pimples in your own home.